Biakwaba Ediba Mass Television esu emre asosiede ewia prem to break asebo edebe so mona ensemno na ebedi kasabonu mu akutini bi enyi Sabra ye kasa Bank of Ghana penifo edi nsembi abetu Ghana montin so muchem se ayade obepiem ewo maso yade a wafimpini ni dunu enum emunu ayade ometumi enya ska ometumi edi ahye sanso no bepiem ewo man Ghana mu a enche bia ena onumnyamfo ekenu fori atansensem ebetwegu ewa befontentan no so na sabra ye kasa Owura Mustafa nso edi nsembi ababetu Ghana montin so ani nyina eko edima enkane Ghana mampeni sanso enna Owura Richard ahiagba so edi nsembi abetu dwa ochem se obepiem ewo NPP aso kame ayese enya do metumi edi Owura Ken Ofori ata edi aba abanwe eni nsempi ena musumfo mame ya sewa na de besumo ene ewe City Based Properties Ghana Limited and Asomasi no hwehwe machira kwan a main office Nungwa barrier opposite Scan Guest House office back nso ewa finya to but institutem kai na kwamase omso ni scan nyina de bra omno ben hye no wetua ne kakran na wiye no wa ba beye asase area afen super central school parko ewo man Ghana mu dia enifo ani echirimu ewo First Choice Media College omebwa na oda so person central ni mapa usanse na camera handling editing na afen so makeup dia enifo ani echirimu ewo maso ye mu Nungwa barrier omni mass TV ene wo dan kruma tutu emeka kwa omebwa na oda so nyina abemo ede ama na mejina ha mmetwa mhuto me ba ede nsem ni kyerem na kasa ide ba besom ankasa Dr. Johnson esiama ono governor edima Bank of Ghana edin simbi abetun central fo enu ani nyina efa afimpini ne dunu enum emu esika hodra omanya sabro ochim se no ebetumi aboa na impuntunsu etumi aba maso no ochim se wepiemu ewo Bank of Ghana sesika no ayado metumi enyamu ewo chefa bi ewo ma metumi aboa na wepiemu ewo honso metumi edi sesika ne aye bibi
It's not just to preserve stability, but to transform stability into prosperity for our people. Let us therefore leverage this stability and work together to channel capital into productive sectors, to empower entrepreneurs, to support exports, to deepen regional integration, and to strengthen public confidence in our financial system. The Bank of Ghana, on our part, we remain firmly committed to working closely with all of them, with all stakeholders, to build a resilient, inclusive, and globally competitive financial sector. The long-term sustainability of our financial system ultimately depends on the strength of the real sector. A vibrant manufacturing sector, a competitive agriculture, efficient services sector, and thriving export-oriented businesses. These are essential. They are essential for generating sustainable credit demand, quality assets, employment, and economic prosperity. So let me urge banks to leverage the gains from macroeconomic stability so far. We have declining interest rates. We have advances in financial technology. Use this to develop innovative products that meet evolving needs of households and businesses. You have to go beyond mere financing and position yourselves as strategic partners to businesses. This includes providing business advisory services, supporting entrepreneurship, facilitating market access, and we have spoken about these in the past, but also developing export clinics, and I am very passionate about that. Do that as part of your CSR and what we owe society. You have to identify.
Deputy General Secretary Edman National Democratic Congress on also SI Deputy Director no Edda Operation ano ewo presidency Owura Mustafa Gbadi Edin Simbi abetu Ghana Mountain so awochem say enkane Ghana man pini na nado danko ekufuado kame ayese pini a ofa ni so no ene mehwe nsikasem so eno oye ken ofori ata ochem say yade wakwakofa foreigner so mehwe nsikasem no enso ni nyina ene say ene lawyer Owura ken ofori ata no ene yenkane oso na ohwe nsikasem so ne lawyer edibetu just sabra ye kasa die ukopiemu ewo United States Immigration asabra yade a omama penny green card HSL ono so eya onipa anaso ono so obi a owo ehonum ni senti sabre ya kasa de penny echemu se okopiemu ewo man Ghana mu dia odi so boy babo yen kanema penny na nado danko ekufuadu se ade okofa foreigner so no ene mehwe sikasem so enfamaye. Yada swa ejina Owura ken ofori ata asoe na sabre ye kase director edima new patriotic party communication edin simbi etudwa wochem se sabre die ekame ayese NPP amanyuko nya dia ometumi di nema hudro egu akwema obepiemu ewo man Ghana mu a esanse ye hia ye ekane osoe na hwe sikasem so ekenet na ya ofori ata sombra no mepiemu ewo imra shebedwafia na so mepiemu ewo court no yin nsembisa bi anu sabre pinyi echemu se enya dia NPP amanyuko netumi edi Owura ken ofori ata tumi aba man Ghana mse nsembisa na omupese omubisa no sabre ye okese ochem se nya dia NPP amanyuko no etumi aba omhomodin endipeni ababe piemu ewo man Ghana so meyi nsembisa bi ano ewo man no emu. Samno so edi amamudi a sabre ye kase Ghana mpinifo ni bi akwakopiemu ewo Burkina Faso omudi 1 week observation bi ehhehye so ni nyina ni so kopiemu ewo ho a ompese kromienu ena se country mienu e ka omuhum se ne be ya eye niema ahodo mu hia metumi aboabo omuhu na mpuntu so atumi abena ndwuma ahodo so metumi aboa no ma biebi ewo man Ghana na sabre ye kase eye ade Ghana ekopiemu ewo Burkina Faso 16 June ewo afimpini ne du ne insian sabre kasa de mpinfo ewo ho mo ne mpinfo mo so ewo Burkina Faso etwetwe nkomo se ne be ya o metumi aboa o man Ghana na afenso kromienu na say country menu wensu o metumi aboa na mpuntu so etumi abam.
The discussions held within the period has further strengthened our continuous desire of building bridges of cooperation and fostering peace and security along our common land boundaries. The activities scheduled for this period transcend the mere technical and legal review of documents. They represent a shared commitment by our governments to deepen cooperation, promote peaceful coexistence, and enhance the effective management of our common land boundary. More importantly, they underscore a collective determination to transform our boundary from a line of separation into a bridge of cooperation, development, and regional integration. One of the key outcomes of this meeting will be the development of a comprehensive roadmap to guide the reaffirmation of our common boundary. This roadmap will serve as a strategic blueprint for our future engagements. It will define the scope of work, identify resource requirements, establish timelines, and provide mechanisms for monitoring and evaluating progress. I therefore encourage all of us to bring to bear our expertise, experience, and commitment to ensure that the roadmap we develop is realistic, practical, and responsive to the realities on the ground. On behalf of the Ghana Boundary Commission, I reaffirm our unwavering commitment to working closely with the National Boundary Secretariat of Burkina Faso and all relevant stakeholders in advancing the objectives of these engagements. Together,
Setu asem no so e de amamudi a Ecobank mpinifo de nsimbi abetu Ghana monti so mo chem say wafimpini ne dunu enu emu enema hodro a omo eye kame ISS abra ye kasa de ometumi enya esika 3 billion Ghana cedis ni nyina omo de ehye afi dwumedi omo bedi no ehu.
Between interest income and non-interest income underscores the effectiveness of our diversification strategy. The consistent performance within the year resulted in an annual pre-tax profit of 3.03 billion, marking a remarkable 28.3% increase year on year. This bullish growth was driven by the top-line growth and cost-saving initiatives, which have kept operating expenses largely under check. Our operational efficiency remained robust during the year, as reflected in a strong cost-to-income ratio of 35.13%, underscoring the discipline applied across operations.
We continue to make sure that at every line, from revenue to cost to PBT, we are prudent, and with the guidance of our board, please be rest assured, that our earnings quality is sustainable, and that is why you are seeing that we have moved from the dividend we paid you last year to prudent, and with the guidance.
Underscoring the discipline applied across operations. Our operational efficiency remained robust during the year, as reflected in a strong cost-to-income ratio of 35.13%, underscoring the discipline applied across operations.
We continue to make sure that at every line, from revenue to cost to PBT, we are prudent, and with the guidance of our board, please be rest assured, that our earnings quality is sustainable, and that is why you are seeing that.
So Ura Samo Okra Ayabeye, no Air Communication Officer Edma 18 constituency, and no our Ebrun region Edin Simbi Abetuja watching says Abria Yakasede. Ayado Bebo Air Ghana Mampini, John Draman Mahama Abaso say Wafimpini do no anai, answer near Betua Banado Share Ghana Funi na boss or Beshe, now be Pimu Ewo MMDC Aswaya, Air Prepare nothing soon predian so ebe to me Aye Juma, Ewo Honomo as Abria Yakasede, which him say Bosha, Ghana Mampini, John Draman Mahama Ghana phone Sabo Shenide. I am there where this so.
asumdwe e de adwuma because obeha ubehu enche bia utimu se afrafre kakra e ya neda DC for any MP for nintam se school building no mu kosi no ba bia obi a pese yedi ni din eye nkampani si funtum framfu denchem framfu una furu ye ba konso odidi ana wo ye den no wo fom ni nyina ne se katrema ayi no be fa so no nti mu didi ana mo pre enti senka party kro and development kro ne nyina ye pa ba ye constituency na DC una wasi school dying through get fund ana assembly internal generator fund kwa na odi asia mpidin da so a ense because at the end of the day no ono ne ye to no so aba wo DC ye nto so aba enso e de aprepre bia beto omuntam a e ya na e twe yempuntu sem no e kwachi because DC person ne be ye se be ya obua be hu se next time no or pre MP akonya na ye de be ma no ndi sa prepare no se sa mre yi omo de ko ye the National Assembly ye parliament na ye parliamentarians ombobo ho na omo gitum na omo gi sa tumi no free mampanyini nsem a e be boa pa ayi prepare bone a e ya na ekoso e wo MP any DC fo ntam e san se obi apeso ye adwuma na eduru ho a e de aprepre e koba e wo assembly parliamentary seat no ho ye mpesa antokwa ne biem nti eno ye one of the factors nti a mema dwene mu no ye yifiri ho a e be boa na secondly say ye
Yeda so ejina eye owura samo okra eye abeye aso eye na sabra ye kasa yo chim se ade adesrede etu eye auditor court enim so monhwe na kro no sembia be koso e waban mu no omonhwe so mechi sankrofo nyina se na be ya Ghana fonso ebetumi enya gidi e wo NDC amanyeko no emu
ya chi akromfo se we no awia sika se we no awia sika se no e wo se chief justice omo nyina kan bom me fast track sa akromfo ni nyina se ubedemu na wadam sika nso ye be mia obo amo afia ba na wafia ba ten ena ha ya kwan youth unemployment ke ba bia o man no ase ya koduru anka South Africa fo ne hwan no ma o mbeka se monko obi anko ni kuro asi se yen ye titinu ya so e wo Ghana ni nyina ne se ye wo technocrats a omo ya akromfo politicians a omo ya akromfo na yen kasa mamufu a yanso ye wo kronum no contractor ba ye wia semen ye wia iron rods wan kwa adwuma nso be ma ke ho teacher fo a ya corrupt ye ko school a eso senko a ndi no se wuni a ye be che audit service a ye be che ye be audit won krata a ye be hu wrong doing bia no specialized course no ye mfa mran ten no enko ye bureaucratic kobra bia ene ye papa na de watum ubedem ani wadam ubetia sika ma yenso ani watia sika eno no ebe ma amanfo asuro kakra minua kom de amanfo na corruption ti kane yakomba anope ya so yese ekobo 8 and 9 obi nya nu koko wahu ni nyina na se ni sika de anke wo se eba no akwa akodi kwabra ni botom na no na minister for local government Yewura Ahmed Ibrahim na ni buafu pa oko assembly bi won kran minia disability fo sika ara e wo se yede ma omo na omo so sabe omo di dem omo hu na mu kakra na omo so entimi ni adwumaden bia na omo de be he omo ho no kwabra ni atra so na minia wo yesa an kura yan ko bombu be fo nso kura nto ya chi akromfo se we no awia sika se we no awia sika se no e wo se chief justice omo nyina kan bom be fast track
to break us ebo no so e de amamudi a ubepiem e wo man Ghana mo ye nyina enim se illegal mining e ya de ampenfo ahodro de nema egu akwem se na be o metumi ahwe no mato ase e wo man Ghana mu na sabra ye kasei e presiding member Edma Edoma East District Assembly oye onumnyafo Ellen Efri Isaac Edinsembi ababetu Ghana montiso a wo chirim se sabra de mpenfo mu wo Edoma East District Assembly mu de nema ahodro egu akwem se na be illegal mining sense mekoso e wo hon ebetumi betumi etwa se na be ya mbabunu so e wo hon so ebetumi anya adwuma aye ni nyina ni so mu de nema egu akwem se na be o metumi mbie ndwuma ahodro e de ama mbabunu a omo e wo hon so
Saafo na sabi omode nananum bidini ede nam galansefo so na se wokọ ne ba ma obibi a ne ba boro ba saa ne ma ne kosi ye no nananum nyina boa ya empanimfo security agencies ni nyina ka bo mu no menka se galanse ase atu e wodoma east swate pa ye ede amaye na mente so se task force fuo bia ye den akowura mba bia akotwa akora bia ba na ye de sekane akotwa obi team na me ya adom na ye team start second phase of apprenticeship program ene skill training na megidi se ebete illegal mining activity ni so kora drastically blue water gas fo no aba sisi bate be ho aguma be ye adwuma gidigidi ama nkora no aba ka hyehye nkwanse baabi a omo ye illegal mining no omo be pa omo ho ntoma ama mra adi omo na me de metena baabi a ka se ne ye dikre word oma east atia obibi o hye nkwanse baabi o ye illegal mining yesi baabi a o hwe ase nora no ene wo fa ho a o sesa wonante adinti ehwe hu se illegal mining onabo si usuki ne predecessor onabo Imanu Kofi Agyemang ono ankasa hye kurukuru hye ni jacket ATC wurema no ne illegal miners di asiani ni nyina no anso abapa bia awi akiri no yehu se sika na nka ye de beye mpuntu de ama timanimfo wodoma east no yesesa de kopam galansifo a amso abapa bia mekasa anso abapa adwuma no antima stop awi peye adinti me ba kunwa so me ne me wuro se usukin ene ye district coordinating director ene assembly mpanimfo no binu tena asese kwambe ne ye befa so wo sise sika akopa da bia ye beko ba bebedi akiri akọ be chop money security fo be ma bi sika no ne se kusi ankosi koda ankoda na ye hawo enu nti ye ya dwene se ye nso ye befa different approach if you say ye say afutuo bia ni ho a ehyi nkuran se je kokobọ bra akora na wo kopa na free galansi site no menua opa ni free ho a okohe opa ni free ho oba afie na de chenye wasane afa akiri asane ko erinti assembly ni ye hyehye ye se ebe pensase na ye tunsuo wo so ne ye irrigation farming ibi eno de do ma yi sisesesu asuhia yi si mu bi atoso de pa enti se assembly no ye ne nanano nka bompa asase wo ho a na nka tunsuo wo so ne ye lay pipes ene de pebre kora no na kora no nya asase ne kota proto a obetima ye vegetables kakra na ono nso atono atima anya sika ba ni jikua adwuma ho no de ye betima anya dodo na yi ba afiri mining site ho yesane plan se enka ba be pese besu adwuma so no assembly no aye nhyehyɛ na nka de ombeto adwuma ni nyame adom NDC aban ene ye papa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama omo implement national apprenticeship program ye fa nkora e de omugu adwuma mu ema we nti ne sensitization akoso ama nkora no onim se ofiri galamsey site ho no na ode nani e kyerɛ youth employment office wa be file form anya adwuma asua na ono nso anya ne nsa no adwuma na akadie bia no ani se wasɔre na wakɔ wahyɛ wataade na wakɔ adwuma empo bosome so a saa program mienu we nyina no ye mawo kakra wo de be den wo de beto bibia di na wo de asua adwuma no wasua adwuma na wie no akadie bia asese wo hia adwuma bia wusua ye no ye be procure ho neema ye beto ho neema de amawo na wo de akwa akɔhyɛ wo dwuma di ase a sesi America say skill training for first batch a nipa maako 108 omo ebe pass out wa ye be ko district by district ya graduate sa ankora no na ye di omo machines ama omo na omo akwa akɔhyɛ omo abrabo ase na yasana fa afoforo so na omo nso no ye di omo ama masters na omo akyerɛ omo adwuma enti with this intervention no aboa ama nkora ni bi ama omo apie afiri hɔ a enne omo nso enya omo nsa no aduane a sa ankora ni bia ensane nkɔ galansi site biem saafo na sabi omo de nananum bidin ede nam galansi fo so na se wokɔ ne ba ma obibi a ne ba boro ba saa ne ma ne kosi ye no nananum nyina boa ya empanimfo security agencies ni nyina ka bo mu no menka se galansi ase atu e wodoma east so ate pa ye ede amaye na mente so se task force
Certain some no so ede amamudia secondary takradi mayor owura Frederick Fiedu ede nsembi abetu Ghana Mountains womra no ne incentive for twetwe nkomo na o chim say ensense metwegu e wa be fontin tan no society a obepiemu ewo ne peso so efin adokro omono sabe o chim say nukre bia eni sansem no oto ne nsem no so na o chim say kopiemu ewo na so common find omo wo ho no ayadom yi mu 19.5 million Ghana cedis a omudi ashare sanitation dwumadi no enho se ne be ya obepiemu ewo mpotem ho nso ayade a krono efin bia entumi endokro ni say ti sansense metwegu e wa be fontin tan no so na yade anokre bia enim.
When I assumed office, the waste management situation in the assembly was nothing to write home about. The assembly did not have even a single truck to lift waste from our metropolis. What they were doing was to rely on some partners and also to rent. Now you realize that in my area narration, I said that 10% of the common fund was allocated to sanitation, just like in all other districts. But what makes our situation different is that in addition to collecting waste from the metropolis, we also have an engineered landfill site that we manage at Sopukrom, what we, the locals will call Bolakesin. All the waste collected within the metropolis is sent to the landfill site, which falls under our jurisdiction. So that the 10% we are to use in managing waste in the metropolis, part of that money must also be used to manage the landfill site. And I tell you, managing the landfill site is a very expensive venture. The administrators of the common fund did not take into consideration that we have a landfill site. The amount, the 10% allocated for sanitation in the metropolis will not even be enough to manage the landfill site. But all the other assemblies in the Western region, none of them has a landfill site that they manage. There were no trucks, there were nothing, they were renting. Now there were no machines at the landfill site. When you rent an excavator for a day, it's around 7,000, which is not sustainable. So we had to engage other partners for them to come to our assistance. Now, when I came, I've been able to get at least 2 trucks that lift the waste. And just before we came to office, Zoom Lion was lifting 36 containers, skip containers that you find around the city. They were lifting 36 of them, and the assembly was lifting 15. But just before we came to office in December 2024, the contract of Zoom Lion was renewed. And in its renewal, the number of containers they were lifting were reduced from 36 to 16. However, their income was increased. We don't know what informed them. So at a go, about 15 containers were thrown on the metropolis when they had not prepared, when they did not have the machines to operate them. So that was the situation that we came to meet.
Sɛ nsɛm no so ɛde ama mu de a dɔma hene ɔsaaji for si adeɛ yo Dr. Ajima Bedu ɔtɔso mienu ɛde nsɛm bi ɛto nsɛntwerɛfo anim a wɔkyerɛm sɛ ɛyɛ kumase ɛkɔ ɛyɛ nkran ɛyɛ express project way na ɔmo pɛso ɔmo yɛ sabre ɔkyerɛm sɛ saban ɛtumi ɛyɛ saa kwan na ade ɔbɛnante ɛde ɛfiri dɔma aba nkran na ɔtɔ ne nsɛm no so ɛna ɔkyerɛm sɛ saa kwan no so ɛbɛtumi aboa na ɔbɛpie mu ɛwɔ man Ghana ma yɛ kwan aba na afei so adwuma ahodoɔ Ghana fo ne bi ɛyɛ ɛnam sa ɔmo fa saa kwan no so ɛbɛtumi aboa na mpuntu so ɛtumi aba ɔman Ghana ɛmu nsɛm sɛ ɛna ɔka de to ne nsɛm no ɛso
ane baako ɛwɔ Ghana ha a bia ɔyɛ na sabio dadwene ɛyɛ Accra Kumasi road yɛwura wode aba sɛ wɔte so ɛyɛ bɛyɛ 198 kilometers expressway sɛ fa mi nsura sɛ nsia ha so nsia yɛwura yɛbɛda wase papa adwene nko a ɔda yɛ asadeɛ no de baeɛ no yɛmu bi yɛaka sɛ wada roma sɛ wotumi yɛ saa kwa no wei wapɛn so ansa na ɔde akonnwa no bɛto a me Ajima Bedu antɔ so mienu mɛnante freedom ayinkro abankran na meba ne nyina na nem dɔm yɛbɔ mumume yɛntimi nwie ne dakoro deɛ na mom baby a bedroom piano na ho no ya kwa da ne nkyene na my dom an ya de atoa so na kire aniso a yewo sa kwani ye mu bebre ye fa so na yenim se ne osite se utimi wi a obeye de yi na nem dom ye bo momume ye ntimi wie ne dakro de na mom baby e bedru bia na ho no ya kwa da ne nkyene na my dom an ya de atoa so na kire
sɛ to asɛm no so ɛde amamudi asabre de ni ekokyire mu ɛwɔ mfimfini mantem millennium city ɛno ɛwɔ Guma East district sabre kasetimemfo amwo hɔ ɛde nsɛm bi abɛtodwo mu kyerem sɛ kapitani a wɔyɛ friend Mike wedi mfi aduasa enum ade no ɔgye ade friend yonko baako anom nyina ɔmo yɛ adwuma ɛwɔ story building bi a ɛwɔ hɔ na sabre kasa de light na ɛwɔ hɔ no ashok na sabre kasa mu de no akwa akopie mu ɛwɔ yaresabia
obi wo ye before bi no gina iron rods so fro no wode nade ago so ma no gina iron rods so na wo yi proud man na proud nsu wo hunti o kan high tension no na light no bono ma oboto fem to fem na wode no do millennium hospital no was why nyamede o friend Mike nem fe de be 35 36 I'm sorry, you're by 3 o'clock. No, me na paying all cry. Only 9 years. Never no matter paying all cry. Or young mamma or the sis, no high tension. I said, okay, also okay. High tension. I said, me a contractor. Time I miss it. Then you say high tension, a 50 feet interval, and son was started a assassin, and low tension. So, yeah. 25 feet and the age man. Since you are many here, we had more ha or hat and chas so a summer of our man on it. Mamma come on it, sir. Grow ye and say, Mr. Abayans over no joy, my being hard tension. Yeah, the city for now. This is our summer from wife here.
sɛ to asɛm no so ɛde amamudi a aberima wedi mfie edun nkun sebi ka obi a wedi dem no ehun sabra ya kasa de ade a we vocational school eno ewo HAV TikTok asabra ya kasa de mpinfo ede nsem bi abetu Ghana montin so awofo echirum se sabre do mehia se Ghana fo no bi ebetumi aboa mo se ne be yo mo ba no so ebetumi atuo na adesua no eso
me like yo de wo me say na me nine tie ne de wo ti me show bibia o ti sese nkran se onye no ho na de obetima bia on hye mu nkran no me hia obi obabua me na metimi apolish me ho ana de obabua me na me ankasa metimi asimi store na metimi atene ma ye atu
we aha ene mrebe mam kwana mde awia prem to break ase boni nyina edi besi ansa na mesori so no yenhwe nsem ahodro a ebetwegu ewo kasebu no mpenifo mo Bank of Ghana edi nsem bi abetu Ghana montin so ani nyina efa enema ahodro mu de be share Bank of Ghana mu se ne be ya mpuntunsu ebetumi aba asoye eho sanso no bepiem ewo man Ghana mu a enche bia ena ye wura eken ofori atansensem ebetwegu ewa ba fontintan no so na sabre mpenifo ni bi edi nsem bi abetu Ghana montin so mu se Ghana mampini enkane Ghana mampini na nado danko ekufu ado ya dia wakwa appointi foreigner so no ena na nko hwe yesikasem no enso sanso ena owura Richard nso eden sembi abetu Ghana montin so wochim se NPP amanyuko no esa bepum sabra ye kasa de nyade a ometumi edi owura kenoforiata ababepimu ewo man Ghana mu se sembi se bia court epese ebisa nombra no meyi na no sabra mu chim se nyade ampinifo etumi dipini ababepimu ewo man Ghana emwe eni nsempi ena mosomfo mami ya se wa medebeso mo ene ewe City Based Properties Ghana Limited and Asumas no shisho mechira kwanya main office Onungwa barrier opposite Scan Guest House office back so ewa fie nya to buti ntituem kai na kwama so muso ni scan nyina de bra omnu ben hye no wetu ane kakra se buso miensa ensia anasa afe ba kwa omnu betina se no mo aye hye no wetu ane kakra na wiye no wa ba beye asase area afen so Central School parko ewo manga na mudia ene fo ani echiri mu ewo First Choice Media College ombabo na da so person in Central ni mapa osuanse na camera handling editing ena afen so makeup dia ene fo ani echiri mu ewo masoye omo onungwa bare omo ni Mass TV ene wo dan increment ututu Americana kwama so ombabo na da isu nyina abemo edi amana ha ena mejina namde awia prem to breakers eboni nyina edi bisi na asa na meko no birthday wish bi ababe come say no free a beauty horse me wish pajo happy birthday kese pa enko emma no se nyankopon enhira no onyi ne free adomo enko adomo ena nisu adis bisade bia owo ewo na komam bia no ayade a osre rade se wonti na disia ontie no ni sufre na afensu no pe bia no nyankopon enye emfama nti happy birthday free a beauty ho edima pajo ose ba bia wo bia nyankopon enhira no onka ho na afiba ko nyankopon edi aka ho fin so mbie kwan ahodro so emfa emma na ha ana medina mde kasaboni nyina edi besi makram